Hi, I'm Greg Hain, and I help commercial roofing contractors build more profitable service departments. This is Ask Greg About Service, where I answer the questions that you have asked me to help you grow your service business. The question today is from Ryan. He said, how do you think we should handle repeat leaks? Great question. So first, I think that you need to collect all of the documentation from the first attempt or the prior attempts and make it available to whoever's going to be going out there to attempt the repair another time so that they know everything that happened. And secondly, it's probably a good idea to send along like a service superintendent or someone with a little more experience to supervise the crew to make sure they get it right the second time. Okay, now, so we've got that handled. Now the question is, when you get out there, what'd you find? Okay, if you found a leak, another leak, here's my question. Should you have found it the first time or not real? No way would you be expected to find that the first time. Both of those can happen. And if you should have found it the first time, you probably need to just eat the cost. But if, the first time you went out there, you made a repair and it needed to be made and you documented it well, and it continued to leak in the same spot, and then you find out when you got the second time that there was another hole in the roof that was contributing to the leak 30 feet away, well, there's no way you're going to see that. And so that's something that I think you justified in billing for. However, you better have your documentation in order. You better be able to go to that owner and say, look, this is what we found the first time. You can see the hole. Here's the repair we did. And the second one, look where the second one is relative to the first one. Once we find this, we have to stop our investigations at some point. So I think that you need to have the documentation prepared to be able to do that. Now, that determines what you ought to be able to do. Then you got to make a decision about, okay, who's the customer? Is this a customer that you're trying to make a good impression on? Maybe you should eat it, even if you should bill for it. That's something that I can't give you a lot of guidance on. That's something that you have to figure out for yourself. But I don't think that you should be giving a free trip out there a second time for everybody. There are legitimate reasons why you need to go out there a second time, and you ought to bill for it. Hope that helps. If you would like to have one of your questions answered, please go to askgregaboutservice.com and submit your question there. We'll be glad to respond to it and see if we can help.